Welcome to the absolute garbage game review of The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King for the PlayStation 2. This hack and slash action game was released a few months before the movie and received excellent review scores, especially for a movie tie-in game. Despite me being a huge fan of the movies, I never got around to playing this game. In fact, the only Lord of the Rings game I played is Battle for Middle-earth 2, so I'm very interested to see how this one holds up today. Let us begin. You start out on the tutorial level as Gandalf during the Battle of Helm's Deep, slashing and magic casting any unfortunate Uruk-hai that stand in your way. The controls are pretty simple with your standard basic attacks, parries and strong attacks. Your ranged attack is handy in the occasional times where these beasts aren't in your face. There's also an attack that can only be used on down enemies, and you can perform powerful combo moves, which I'll talk about later. The graphics and art style here are perfect in my opinion. It really feels like a great video game adaptation of Middle-earth. All the enemy and friendly NPCs look excellent for their age, and there are so many playable characters like Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, Frodo, Sam, and Gandalf. You gain XP for each individual character and use those points to unlock new combo moves or additional health. Some of the moves can only be used by a specific character, or the more expensive ones can be used by any of the characters that you have unlocked. My favourite character in the movie is Gimli.
Snare so easily. I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. Oh.
However, Legolas takes the crown in this game with his powerful bow that fucks up orcs, trolls and Mumakil from a distance.
That still only counts as one.
The levels are based on most of the big action scenes in the movie, and are connected via a mix of footage from the movie and in-game cutscenes. These cutscenes work really well in the telling of the story, however they are also the first of the few garbage aspects of the game, and here's why. You cannot skip any cutscenes. I never get tired of watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but here in the game I just want to battle the hordes of orcs instead of watching Viggo Mortensen and co. kicking Mordor dick in an unskippable cutscene. Holy hell, the camera can be whack at times. 1 minute you'll be zoomed out a mile away where your character looks like an ant, the next you'll be zoomed in on this angle, making it difficult to see what direction you need to go in. I died so many times to these undead pricks, not from their sword, but from the dungeons caving in on me because my little dwarf bastard couldn't run fast enough to escape. Okay. It is impressive to see so many enemies and allies on screen at one time, especially for a PS2 game, but it is frustrating getting stun-locked from all the enemies surrounding you. The friendly AI doesn't help you get out of these situations either. They are useless. Not all games have to be packed with 100-hour story modes, but Return of the King's campaign can be beaten in under 3 hours. That's less than the runtime for the theatrical release of the movie. Once you've beaten the game, you unlock Merry, Pippin and Faramir, and also a few interviews with the cast, plus this deleted scene.
Sam! Mr. Frodo! Sam! Mr. Frodo!
This is only a minor issue, but I get sick of seeing the title of a combo sharp in the middle of the screen every time you perform one. I would have preferred to have it at the very bottom of the screen, or not at all. Despite these garbage aspects of the game, it is still a lot of fun to play in 2023, especially if you're a fan of the movies. However, the short length and the whack camera will affect my review score here. If the game didn't have the Lord of the Rings license and capture the atmosphere of the movie, I would rate it as just okay. But luckily, it does feel like Middle-earth, so I rate it good. Thanks for watching this garbage game review. I'm glad I finally got around to play this game, and it may not have reached the high expectations I had for it, but it has definitely got me in the mood to watch the trilogy again for the millionth time.